to the Cello Museum Podcast. I'm Dr. Brenda Neece, curator of the Cello Museum. In this episode, I'm joined by my friend and colleague, Erica Lessie, to talk about the Bethany Beach Cellofest, a supportive, non-competitive summer retreat for adult cellists. This is a behind-the-scenes conversation about why we created the Cellofest, why it's in Bethany Beach, and the kind of experience we are creating: serious cello study, time at the beach, and a welcoming community where you can improve yourself without having to prove yourself. Today I wanted to talk about our Bethany Beach Cellofest that we conceived in 2023.
Well, that you conceived in 2023.
We both put it together and held it for the first time in 2024. And so this year, 2026, makes our third annual
Yay!
Bethany Beach Cellofest. It's happening this year in August. For those who haven't heard about the Cellofest before, we have 1 week where participants come and take classes and lessons and a master class, and there is a performance. We have wellness classes on the beach,
which is awesome.
I love it. People often say, I don't want to bring and play my cello on the beach. And no one's playing cellos on the beach. Don't worry about that. The cellos are away from the sand. The cellos are indoors.
Right. If you want to play your cello on the beach, which you're welcome to do.
You're welcome to. I'm not going to do it. It's all indoors in an air-conditioned place, and it's beautiful at St. Martha's Episcopal Church. And what is it, 2 blocks from the beach?
Yeah, I think it's 2 blocks, right? So that on lunch break, you can run and go play in the water.
Yeah, you can just walk up there, and we have ample lunch breaks so that you have time to practice and eat lunch. We also have a performance aspect of this festival. So we came up with the idea of the Cello Fest, and then we talked to our friend Jennifer Kletzel, and she said, I want to come too. The idea for this festival came from Cellomania. So tell us all about Cellomania.
So the lovely Martha Gashevsky hosts a cello camp, and you have to get up early in the morning and go exercise. And then you come in and you read Bach together. I think my favorite was maybe Mystery Piece, where you're given, 20 minutes to learn a piece, and then you have to come back and play it. And then all the technique that you learn through that was fabulous.
It was so much fun, and Martha taught us some of her smooth and easies. With Martha, people were very high-level players, and I wanted to take Martha's ideas of excellence, but then make it so that adults who haven't made the cello their entire world and profession could still participate. So they could have serious studies, and it's not something that's dumbed down. It's a good program, but it's not competitive. You're there to improve, not prove yourself. So there are no auditions.
Any level's welcome.
There is no first chair, second chair. You're not doing seating auditions or anything like that. But how would that work? Well, if we were having to do lots of performances together, then it would be a problem not having auditions and making sure that the levels lined up. But since we're doing technical classes, it's almost more like martial arts classes that I have participated in. And that's what gave me the idea of combining Cellomania with a martial arts retreat where we meet you at your level. And so that way, it's not about auditions or who's better and you're only as good as your last audition. No, that's not where we are.
Also, don't worry, you don't have to do martial arts here.
So this is not the right one if you want to audition and you want to be first chair. That's not going to happen. The nice thing about the martial arts programs that I've been to, and one in particular that I love in Ireland, is that it welcomes absolute beginners all the way through quite advanced practitioners. And the main teacher breaks everything down step by step. And the ensemble pieces we're doing, everyone gets the music ahead of time. All the music is out for people who have registered. And it's geared towards working on sound production and playing in an ensemble. And it's gorgeous music. But that is not about being virtuosic necessarily. That is we're working so everyone can play together and yet work on sound. The main schedule is adjusted so that in the morning, those who want to meet me on the beach.
To our early risers.
Right. So the larks in the crowd rather than the owls. We meet on the beach and we do some breathing exercises and some meditation, and we go through things that can help with nerves if you get nervous when you perform, or if you go back home and have auditions or anything like that. These breathing and meditation and stretching exercises can really help your cello playing in terms of your mental state. And then we also do stretching that help your shoulders, especially, and your arms. I've put together a series of stretches and exercises and bits of forms that are good, especially for cellists. The thing about martial arts and why it goes so well with cello is that martial arts are arts, and the part I do, they're mainly the forms and the stretching and the things that help with life. And music, that's an art. And neither practice you will ever finish. You will never be done with music.
Well, this is true, but this week is not about deadlines.
No, it is not at all. This one, we don't give you deadlines. And in fact, it's optional whether you participate in the student performance at the end of the week.
Right. So if you don't want to print all, that's fine.
But if you do want the practice with friendly people who are helping you get feedback, now is a great low pressure opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
And also in the middle of the week, we have a masterclass. The morning we have the stretching and the breathing to help contribute to your wellness and playing the cello. And then there's a break for breakfast, coffee, walk on the beach. And then we start classes about 10 o'clock. And then we go till lunchtime. We have a very long lunch.
We're doing technique classes in there, and we're working on some solo cello suites.
Right. Our theme is Suites by the Sea. So I'm teaching the first Bach cello suite.
Doing Mott's.
Yes. The lights and shadows. We have classes on those two suites, and we're going to cover the entire suites. But we're also doing technique, and then we have a rehearsal every day for our ensemble. And then on Saturday, we have the recital. And then Sunday morning is the coffee concert. That's at the church, and that's between the two church services. Then the faculty will be performing at the church service too. And we may, as an ensemble, play a piece in the service too. We'll have to, where we are this year, the focus is on the suites and on technique.
Technique.
And we will have 2 lessons during the week. So if you come, you're going to get private lessons. So there'll be a half-hour lesson at the beginning of the week to get started, and then one towards the end of the week so you can check in and then make a plan for going forward for after Cello Fest. What are you going to do? What are your goals, and how are you going to get there? We have a few spots left. We're keeping the numbers really small.
Over 12, right?
12 is our cap for this year. In the future, we have some plans to get bigger, but right now we're trying to keep the student-teacher ratio at a nice level. And we want to keep it intimate so that everybody gets attention. We want it so that we can build a sense of community and you can really get to know everyone. It's built so that there are periods of intense but low pressure work.
Right.
And then there's time to reflect and walk on the beach and meditate or go running or take a nap or practice your cello or hang out with your family.
You could be a cellist of any level for this, right? Pretty much.
Yes.
You could be an intermediate, advanced.
This is for beginners, intermediates, advanced. So this is really designed for the people who have tried to play the Bach First Suite or have played it but would like to play it better and learn more about it. And if you're interested in learning the Mott Suite lights and shadows, if you would like to work on making your arpeggios better.
I think I'm going to do the third position ones because no matter what level you are, if you've made it to third position, even if you're advanced, it's a problem. So we'll do the third position ones across all 4 strings.
The reason I wanted to start this was that the same year I started the cello, my parents got a place in Bethany Beach.
Beach is pretty awesome. I think it's a good vibe. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, Bethany Beach is just a beautiful little town. And the year I started cello, I started going to Bethany Beach. And as a young cellist, I kept looking around and trying to find cellos and cello music, and I didn't see any. And we became friends with my cello teacher and her husband. So my parents invited them to come and they joined us for a weekend at the beach. So I remember that was the main time there was another cellist at the beach. Mrs. Kidd came to the beach. It was amazing. I have really fond memories of that. And I've always wanted to bring more music to the area. I didn't see it happening and I thought, let's make it happen. So we did.
So this is a good time to hang out together too.
It is, and that's what we want. The nice thing is to build communities.
This is for adults who just want to come and hang out with other adults and have a community, and you don't have to be advanced and just have fun and learn some things.
Our goal is that you learn a tremendous amount. So in my time teaching at different places, I think especially at Duke, my favorite thing was to trick the students into learning. They would be enjoying themselves so much that they wouldn't realize quite how much they had learned. In my mind, can learn a lot more when you're enjoying it and you're not feeling pressure. And that's the atmosphere that we work very hard to create. And also the relaxing nature of Bethany Beach is just perfect. That sets up the environment for that. And by starting the day with the wellness classes, that gets the body moving and that gets you breathing, and you're there at the beach not long after sunrise.
I don't know if they're dolphins or porpoises.
I think they're dolphins.
Okay.
We often see the dolphins, and it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it is.
Bethany Beach Cellofest 2026 runs August 9th through 16th in Bethany Beach, Delaware. Faculty include Jennifer Kletzel, Erica Lessie, and me, Brenda Neece. The week includes classes, private lessons, ensemble playing, a master class, wellness sessions, optional social activities, and free public events. Spaces are limited and details and registration are available at cellomuseum.org. Thank you for listening to the Cello Museum Podcast. If this sounds like the kind of cello week you've been looking for, we'd love to see you in Bethany Beach this summer.